You know how when you think things are all right, but then you know that they're not all right? You're just kind of like, you're probably going through the motions of things, but it's just like there's something that is longing or still like unmet. And it's like, I really need to talk this through. And I need to talk this through like to a professional, not like just, to my friends. And I'm grateful that, people call and I have friends and I'm able to kind of share, some of the things that I'm going through. But I really wanted, someone who emphasized grief in their practice and centered loss in their practice. And so my counselor also has gone through this journey before and really can share some insight that I'm just not aware of because you think but you don't know as much as you just don't know. So I think that's been helpful too.
When you had shared that before, I thought that was such a good strategy
Mhm.
around, when we talk about self-care and we talk about knowing that we're going through things, and it's like, even
Mhm.
if you don't feel the impact, even if
Mhm.
you don't feel like you're at the bottom of the bottom, like, you
Mhm.
don't have to get there.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
you can get the tools and the support, and even if you do get there, you've got, like, a good infrastructure
Mhm.
or support in
Mhm.
place because you've been,
Yep.
like, building the muscles to cope. And when
Yes.
life is lifing, it really is. You think about how many things break people
Mhm. Mhm.
because,
Mhm.
you don't know what the triggers are, from
Mhm.
the different things that people are carrying, what is going to be that thing. And I just
Mhm.
think that the self-awareness that you
Yep.
had to say, you know what, I need to
Mhm.
build up this muscle
Yep.
because I don't know what I'm going to have to carry. I don't know what
Mhm.
I'm going to have to carry for other people. Right?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
not be able to carry my own stuff, and so
Mhm.
let me get those tools in place now. So
Yeah.
I just think
Yeah.
that was, like, a awesome
Mhm.
strategy. Um, I I don't know that I would have thought again because I have not experienced a lot of loss, and
Mhm.
I know that we are fortunate, but again, my biggest fear is that when we start to experience loss, it's gonna be too much too
Mhm.
fast because
Mhm.
we haven't had
Yeah.
we haven't had drips of it.
Yep.
But I took a similar approach with, between the birth of Mark and Amelia because I
Mhm.
took Mark's birth so hard, um,
Mhm.
and believe I had, like, untreated postpartum anxiety for way too long, that with
Mhm.
Amelia, I was, like, extra, like, proactive to the point where I went into labor with a prescription,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
wanted to have it in case
Yep.
I needed it, and then, of
Yep.
course, when you get all those tools, you don't need it, right? And so, I didn't need it, but I
Mhm.
I needed it before, and I was like, "I don't like that experience from before, so let me, like,
Yep.
proactively prepare for if I need it."
Yep.
So, I
Yep.
do think that's a good tip.
Yeah, yeah, I think, and then also, I mean, even like my extended family, like my cousins, like they have come through and they've been there and making certain that, they are available, calling, asking, even, to a point where they're also a part of like our rotation of helping to support, which has been awesome and great. And then people who call just to check in with me, I'm grateful for them too, because it's one of those where I know that I could put myself in a hole and just remove myself from people. You would go to work and just go through the motions, but then remove yourself from people. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do that because once you're in a hole, you're in a hole. And it takes a while for you to climb up out.
No, I agree. How is the dynamic? Because I feel like we're on a flip-flop. So, like, I feel
Hmm.
like I'm the daughter here,
Hmm.
and I think, like, Tracy's the daughter
Yeah.
there. So
Hmm.
how are y'all managing that dynamic between the 2 of you?
Hmm. I would say, well, I always say my sister is a nice sister, and she's also closer in proximity. So
Right, she's
she's
the one
able,
there.
yeah, so she's able to get there closer. But what I will say is we have like great communication, and that has been helpful for us. And I know that she's also like, she's like the whisperer of things. And so I know sometimes my words may be harsh or may not come out as nice as the way she would say it. So I will say, Tracy, this is what I would like. This is a message that I would like relayed. And can you put your softness, can you put your whisperer on it? And because she'll say, oh, I recognize that too. Yes, I will make certain that, I do that.